All right, so here we go. Today we have lesson 34. We're going to be talking about proportions and ratio word problems. Now, you guys know that the topic or the title is usually a really important thing to know. So who can explain what a proportion is? Anyone? Yeah.
Part of something. Or like same as another.
Same, yeah. Yep.
Number representing one a part of, and then the next number is the whole of it, like all of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Something like that.
It is a statement that two ratios are equal.
Thank you. Put this down. A fraction equal to a fraction. That's what a proportion is. So you will always have one fraction set equal to another. And last year you guys learned how to solve proportions by cross multiplying, right? Yep. So it's going to be part of the things. Now, to open up this proportion word, if I offered you 3/4 of a pie and then 6/8 of a pie, did I offer you the same amount?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because this reduces to what?
3/4.
3/4. So you would say yes for this first one. Right here.
9.
Correct. Which one would be more?
I would
10
the 10 to the 21.
The even.
No, wait, it would be the 5/11.
So if you would double this, you would have 10 over 22, right?
Yeah. So the
Which would not
equal
be as much as,
the 10 to 21.
yeah. So yeah, it's really close, really close. All right. So that's what we have for proportions. Hopefully everyone understands ratio. What's a ratio?
Half of something. One thing over another.
It's like how many boys to girls there are.
Yeah, ratio is another word for what?
Fraction.
Yes, thank you. So we have all these words that mean fractions, right? So we have a ratio, we have fractions, and we have proportions, where one fraction is equal to an x. So here we go. Let's get into our first problem. Nora is paid $12 an hour. Is her payment proportional to the number of hours she works?
Yes.
So, with that being said, ready for this, you guys? Please write down proportion in your notebook. And if you already put that it's a fraction equal to a fraction, I need you to put right here, linear relationship and sums. If you have I would use it
I only have one code.
because sometimes you're just given proportions, but sometimes you're given word problems. And I'm guessing that some of you might have even had some question like this. When you have a linear relationship in word problems, you are going to make a table and you're going to make sure that the input is multiplied by the same number consistently throughout the whole thing. And so we're going to go through what that would look like. So let's go back to our problem. And we see that Nora's paid $12 an hour. Right now, if we would make a table, you guys know how to make tables. You go like this, right? That means that we have two different things at play. What are the two things, two different units that we're talking about in this problem?
Money and hours.
Money and hours. What one would you probably put first?
Hours.
Hours, yeah. Hours
Or dollar.
and dollars. And so thank you for those setting that up in your notebook. So we're making a table to see if it's a linear relationship. Now, what would probably make the most sense for hours to start with?
8. One. No.
Just easy. Start easy.
One.
Yeah, just go 1. Okay. How much money is Nora gonna make after 1 hour?
12.
12. Very good. What about 2?
24.
24. What about 3?
36.
Now, what about, works a full day?
48.
No, that would be
96.
yeah.
Good. Now,
I'm slow.
Right now, does anyone have questions on how we get from hours to dollars? No. No, but the new word that I need you guys to know today is proportion, or is it a linear relationship? You might want to write this down too. A linear relationship means when graphed, what do you think it's going to graph you? It's going to look like a line. So when like, woo, okay, happy it's Friday, looks like a line. That's why it's called a linear relationship. I had algebra students that were like, what the heck's a linear relationship? Well, it makes a line. Now, we just created our table. So there's two ways that you can show a linear relationship. Right now, is it being multiplied by the same thing every single time? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So is her pay proportional to the number of hours she works? You guys would say what?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. So an example of a proportion. Well, here's one example of a proportion. What could you put on the other side?
Half.
Half. What else could you put on the other side?
4/8.
4/8. What else could you put?
5/10.
Yeah, anything that would equal 1/2. That's a proportion. A non-example would just be one side not equal to the other, right?
Like 1/7.
Yeah. So, all right, do we have any questions on this one?
No.
So proportion, fraction equal to a fraction. All right, so let's try our next example. Nelson has a paper route. Okay, everyone say hi, Nelson.
I know.
Okay, thanks for the 3 people in class. Okay, who are awake. So hey, he works himself at a job and it takes 60 minutes. If he splits the route with a friend, it takes 30 minutes. If 2 friends help the job, it takes 20 minutes. Is the amount of time it takes to complete the route proportional to the number of people working?
Yeah.
What are we going to create right away?
Table.
Okay, let's create a table. I like that. So as soon as you see proportions, you got to do a table. Yeah, that's fine. I don't care where you do it. So what are the 2 things this one's talking about again?
Time and people.
Okay, so what are you going to put first?
Time.
Okay.
1 minute.
I'd probably put people, but I mean, time. Okay, time, you might usually want to write that it's measured in what in this case?
Minutes.
Minutes. Okay, so here we go. Minutes.
1 person equals 60 minutes.
1 person, 60 minutes. Okay, 2 people, 30.
3 is 20.
Okay, what's our rule to be a proportional relationship?
Half straight line.
Has to give you a straight line, or you have to multiply all of these values by the same thing. Let's look at this last example that was proportional. What would you multiply every single one of these by? 12. Does everyone see that? Okay.
It's
On this
not
one.
proportional.
Yeah, do we multiply by the same consistent thing?
No.
No, because this one you're multiplying by 60, this one you're multiplying by 15, this one you're multiplying by
Now you're
Fraction.
multiplying by 3. Well,
6
6.
and 2/3 probably.
It needs to be 15 for it to be proportional.
So, not proportional. So you'd say no, not proportional. Because it's not multiplied by the same constant. Yeah, not proportional. Did I lose anyone?
9.
I'm German in here. Okay.
Keep thinking that you're saying the number 9. It's like, why do you say 9?
Now the moment you guys have all been waiting for. Do you want to do this one together, or do you want to show me on your whiteboards? Okay, show me. Let's go. Well, look at you.
Where are you going, my new kid?
This is what
I want to see if you can actually solve this. Thank you.
I think my marker disappeared.
I got
Just circle your answer next time, though. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Reverse set up.
Can someone check, thank you.
Wait, is that? Yeah.
What kind of, what's 24?
Oh, that's this. What is That's it for.
Thank you. Now, okay. The first thing I would always check, just to remind people, just in case you're clueless, always look at the two numbers you know. And I like that a lot of you were like, oh, well, yeah, 8 times 3 equals 24, or 24 divided by 8 is 3. So then you have to multiply that same thing by 3, and you get m equals 15. If you cross multiply, did you get the same thing?
Yeah.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Okay, let's check this out. Ooh, show me right here. Ratio of boys to girls was 3 to 4. If there are 12 girls, how many boys are there? Set this up as a, okay, show me that first. Show me that. So not only do I want an answer, I want to know what the setup is. Okay, I want to see that you can tell me. Okay, and then go for it. Thank you, but just circle your answer next time. But yes, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let me see again. You set them up incorrectly. Try that again.
It says.
Thank you. Just circle your answer next time.
So the 40 used to be by like 12.
Yeah, but yeah. Yes.
Oh my god.
Label. Thank you. Thank you. So right here, you guys, anytime you're given a ratio, you usually want to go 3 boys, girls. Then over here, if you put boys on top, what do you have to do over here? Boys. So you can just put B there because you don't know what it is, but you know that there are 12 girls. Then once again, you just do the same thing. 12 divided by 4 is 3. So you just go 3 times 3, and then you have 9 boys. Are we good?
We're good.
Okay. Last one, and then you guys already get work time.
But we only have 10 minutes. Better than nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Check this one out. Is that going to be a nice relationship?
No.
No. So do you guys remember how to cross?
Proportional.
Do you remember how to cross multiply?
Yes.
I did that.
No, I forgot.
Woohoo. Multiply those two numbers. Set it equal to when you multiply those two numbers. I'm going to give those a head start that I don't remember from last year. And then we'll go through it.
I did what? Oh my good lord.
Why?
You're so mean.
I forgot.
What?
So find me a mixed number.
Mean number.
Do a mixed name. If you can do the mean ones, the nice ones are going to seem so easy.
7 times 6.
Yeah, the mean one.
Not 6.
What's 13 times z? You guys, what's 13 times z?
13Z.
Yep, so you go 13z, and that's going to set equal to 17 times 6, which is
102.
102. Thank you for correcting me.
Yeah.
Woohoo! I'm not being like a seventh grader. Okay, oh my word. 102. Now, you guys know to solve that equation, what's happening between these two? Multiplication opposite.
Side by 13, which
Okay.
is difficult.
Which takes
I got it.
a little work. And they're just like complaining a little bit. Don't feed into that, okay? They're just, okay?
And 7 is 91.
And I think they can hear me. Okay. So 13 goes to the 102 7 times. 7 times 3 is?
91.
Well, yeah, 91. And then we go like this and just write it as a remainder. So you go 1. 10 minus 9 is?
Uno.
1. So you go 7 and 11, 13.
That's not what my calculator said. It said 7 and 8, 13.
You typed in something wrong.
Let me try it again.
Yeah, and maybe you should do your own work, Miss Brainiac.
Brainiac.
I've done that.
Yeah, we all have. Hold on,
I have,
actually.
Yeah, and then you say, my calculator doesn't work. And you blame it on your calculator instead of just taking ownership. You typed in something incorrectly. Because look at this. 13 times 7. 21. Carrier 2, 91, right? 102 minus 91. 1.
So we blew now?
It's 7 and 11/13.
No, then that one.
Can I die? My stomach's hurting.
So to prove your calculator wrong, just go 7 times 13, then add 11 to it. I guarantee you get
So I can
102.
delete this calculator since it's a bad calculator.
It's
No, it's a calculator.
Hey, can you guys take out your books? I don't know what page it's on, so if you can help me with the page 200. 27?
Yeah.
Okay?
I don't know.
Before you do the start, can you guys show me F? Show me F. If you guys can do F, you'll be good. And for those that are watching this, thanks for watching. Please do the start on page 227.
Wait, who's on the
Subscribe, put a like, share it on you. No, don't share it, okay? But
Share it.
thanks.
Are those going to the punch